suggestions are populating, and that's great because, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Meeting of the Minds. This is the talk show where you, the audience, gets to speak with people from the past, and in doing so, perhaps we learn something about the present. We're going to meet some of our guests. We have some very special guests who have come from beyond, some of them from up there, some of them from down there. We don't know. We'll find out. But let's meet our first guest here on Meeting of the Minds.
Some people thought I was just okay. Some people thought I was terrible. Some thought I was mediocre. But whatever they thought, I am Catherine the Great.
Oh, Catherine the Great. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Catherine. Catherine, it's great to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Now, Catherine, when you were the Tsarina of Russia, I know there was a smallpox epidemic, and you played a key role in getting vaccinations into the mainstream. Tell me how you did that.
Well, at first, the doctors wanted to inject disinfectant. I believe that your president did that too. But I refused to do that. Well, I tried it on some of my slaves and it didn't work. They died. So I said, let's try something else. And it worked.
Wow, very good. Catherine, I'm sure there's a lot more we're going to ask you here, but we're going to meet our next guest here on Meeting of the Minds. And who is our next guest?
Robin Williams? He's got the name of a girl, but he can't be a girl. He's too hairy. Oh, here's Robin Williams. That's me.
Oh, Robin, it is great to have you here.
Oh.
Robin.
I have to stand up and then I have to sit down. I'm not up and down. Like this folded ups and downs. How do I know that? I'm dead. You're dead? When did you die? Oh, come on.
Oh, Robin, it's great to have you. It really is great to have you here. You know, we really miss you. I mean, the comedy world took a big hit when you left us.
Oh, talking about big hits. You ever party with Richard Pryor? Oh, those were the days.
No, I have not. I would love to have met Richard Pryor. Maybe we'll get him on one of our shows one of these days.
I'll call him.
We enjoy him so much up where we are.
Oh, do you? Well, he's a fun guy. He's always been a fun guy. We're going to meet
fun guy. Better call a doctor. Fun guy.
We're going to meet our last contestant here on Meeting the Minds. And who is our last guest?
I was a woman who loved everybody, especially the people of Calcutta. I am Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Mother Teresa, we've hardly ever have a saint here on our show.
I'm a saint, yes, I'm a saint. I'm very old.
Very old, but you're looking very well preserved.
I have to dig the dust out of my wrinkles.
She is old. She's so old, she's got varicose bones.
Funny man. You're going to hell.
I'm going to remind our audience, if you have any questions for any of our guests, please put them in our chat room and we'll probably get to them. But right now, I'd like to ask some of our guests some other questions about Mother Teresa.
Yes, please.
What brought you to India in the first place?
There were so many people who were hungry, and I thought they need to be fed and taken care of, and no one else was doing it. So I went. I went by myself, and then I had a bunch of nuns. I never got a penny, not one penny, none, no penny.
You never got paid for anything?
No, I gave up my money to them.
So how did you survive?
I slept in the dirt.
Oh, sure, Mama Terry. Oh, yeah. No pennies, but a whole bunch of rupees, am I right? She's got rupees up the wazoo.
Well, who is this man?
This is Robin Williams. He wasn't around when you were around, Mother Teresa, or you probably didn't see the same television shows.
No television. No, nothing, just dirt. Dirt and source. Open source.
I've got a question for Catherine out here. Catherine, there's a lot of tension between the U.S. and Russia. Did tension exist in your day between the United States and Russia?
There was always tension between everybody and us. I made sure of it. This way, people loved me and they didn't love others, except for France. I loved France. I even taught my children French before they learned Russian. But from everybody else, no, I hated them.
Catherine, I love your accent. It's making Mr. Happy smile.
Who's Mr. Happy? A new guest?
Robin, you've made so many films. Do any stand out for you as being your favorite film?
The one that stands out for me is Dead Poets Society, because that's the one where I stand up on a desk. Standing. Robin Williams, he's the one who stands. Always standing. Can he sit? Who knows? Have you ever seen him kneel? I've never seen him kneel. Who knows?
What's wrong with him?
We have a question here For Mother
Scares me.
Teresa, excuse me, Mother Teresa, there is so much
Oh,
poverty
Mother
in the
Teresa,
world.
this question is for me. I'm a Mother Teresa.
Okay, 1 second. I'm a saint. I'm going to zap you to hell. And 1 minute, you don't shut up.
Okay.
What you saying?
Mother Teresa, there's so much poverty in the world. Now, what can we do to alleviate poverty?
Give people money. That's it. Give people money. That goes away quickly. Poverty, no poverty. If there's money, there's no poverty. Give people money, feed them, clean up their stores.
Well, here's a question for Robin. Robin, what was it like working with Pan Dauber?
Oh, well, it depends on what you mean. Do you mean working with her, or do you just mean working with her, you know?
I think I just mean working with her.
Oh, she was great. She was great. Always smiling, always letting me do whatever I want to do. Whenever she had her lines and I spoke instead of her lines, she just smiled and laughed all the way home.
We've got a lot of questions coming in from our audience right now. Catherine, who do you wish would play you on TV rather than whoever played you?
Well, of course. Why just TV? Why not the big screen? I'm Catherine the Great, not Catherine the small screen. Well, of course, the person to play me would be Meryl Streep. Who else? She plays everything.
She could do your accent so well that Mr. Happy would get a tingle.
Yes, she could do me too.
Who is this?
Mother Teresa, question for you.
I'm going to
Mother
smack
Teresa,
him.
who should be president of the United States if it were up to you?
Oh, the Pope.
The Pope.
The Pope. Absolutely the Pope. Nomine Patria, Filio Spiritus Sanctus. All the problems go away. The Pope is president. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't even think the Pope had that kind of aspirations. Do you think he'd take the job?
No, he's too humble a man. But he should be it, you know. Right now, you've got a stinker.
He does?
No, right now you have a stinker.
Yes, okay. I thought you said something else. I'm sorry. Hey, Robin, you know, I know there's entertainment up there in heaven. What sort of acts do you do when you're with other past comedians?
Oh, we do the best stuff you never would have known, right? There's cocaine is in heaven. Do you believe it? They have cocaine in heaven. So, oh yeah, I'm there with Richard. I'm there with Lenny.
What part of heaven are you in?
I'm in drug heaven.
We called it snow, but we really was snow.
Yeah, no, this snow isn't snow. Oh no, Snow White, no, Snow Dead, Snow Overdose.
Okay.
That's the kind of snow we have up here. Yeah. Ooh.
Mother Teresa,
Yes.
Another question for you. Mother Teresa, it is said that you died in a very odd and unusual way. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, well, I fell out of bed.
That was it?
That was it. I fell out of bed. Well, you know, I was very frail. Little skinny bones. I fell out of bed and all my bones popped at once. Boom, 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 boom. Broken bones. That was it. And you know, as I was falling, I said, God help me. No help. No help. No nothing.
No help
dead.
at all.
Dead. No, he had got an earful when I went to heaven, believe me.
Well,
I said, what were you on the job? For heaven's sakes, you couldn't take care of Mother Teresa? Your mother who fed the people of Calcutta? Well, a few of them.
So
angry.
even the big
So
man
angry.
gets it once in a while, huh?
Yeah.
Catherine, if you were in charge of this worldwide pandemic right now, what would you do to stop this pandemic?
To stop the pandemic, I would make sure that everybody is sick, who is sick gets killed. So that just gets rid of them. And where I'm from, there are so many people, you just get rid of them, and then you have only healthy people. It seems very, very sensible to me.
Oh, Catherine Corleone. Ooh. Spare me.
Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about out of time, but I was wondering if each of you could give us some advice of what we might do while we're here on Earth to make it better for us before we depart.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I would say be nice, feed all the people all over the world, and don't sin, and every once in a while, pull down your pants and have some fun.
Wow, I wouldn't have guessed that you'd say that, Mother Teresa, but you know what? That out-of-the-box thinking makes a lot of sense. Robin, any ideas?
Well, I think I've said a couple of things already here. For example, do some cocaine with Jonathan Winters. That'll be a night that you'll never forget.
Mm-hmm. And Catherine, the Great, let's leave with you. Give us some advice that we can take with us and internalize as we move forward.
Get rid of all the cars and bring back Horses.
Well, there you had it. You heard it
Horses.
from Catherine, who knew a lot about horses. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have tonight on Meeting of the Minds.
Thank you very much. We're going to move on now. Is anybody in the mood to hear a story? You know what? Don't even answer that, because whatever you say, we're going to do it anyway. For our story, I need to know, if you were going to write a novel about death, what might you title your novel? So as these titles are coming in, these suggestions for titles, what would you name your novel? I'll explain what's going to happen. We are going to have our cast members come on and tell you this story, but they are not going to know which person is going to speak next, okay? I have total control. I'm going to conduct them. So whenever one of the actors sees their image on the screen, that's their cue to pick up the story from wherever the last person left off and continue telling it until I put that spotlight on somebody else, okay? So let's get our storytellers on screen. And let's see, one that caught my eye was, thank you, Stephen O'Leary, for Ow, That Hurt. Okay, here's a story.
Ow, that hurt. Is the
Ow,
title.
that hurt. Ow,
Yes,
that hurt.
Ow, That Hurt, okay? So I'm taking myself off and I am asking you to begin.
Jack was a very, very angry man. Everything that happened to him seemed to happen with a purpose. He thought the whole world was against him. Oh, Al. He woke up in the morning thinking the world
Was against him. He'd been this way since he was a kid. He was a victim all the way through. Woke up in the morning, he stubbed his toe on
on the side of the door and would think somebody left the door open just to...
It hurt me. Damn it. The sun's out today. I hate that sun. I hate the flowers. I hate everything. Yes.
He went to work feeling this way. He went into his office. He slammed his finger in the door.
He knew somebody must have left that door open to slam his finger in the door. So he did the worst amount of work he could do, making errors on every
Thing that he touched. And life went on this way, and he was miserable until one particularly bad day when he saw her. He was eating his lunch.
Her name was Wendy. She was a new person in the office. He hadn't noticed her. He had heard that she was working, but he hadn't seen her until that
moment. There she was, sitting just a couple of tables away
from him. Well, I don't know why he meant he saw her, but maybe it was the way her hair was shining as the sunlight came through the
window and dappled over her skin. She was radiant. She was beautiful.
And she looked friendly. Something drew him to her, and as he turned to look at her, she looked at him. Their eyes met.
And she took a step back because she had heard about him and his reputation. She knew who he was. Well, everybody knew who he was. So she held her breath.
And he started speaking, but not in the
usual way, angry way.
That he usually spoke, but in a more
friendly way, in a kind
way. It was very unusual for him. As a matter of fact, it was so unusual, the people that were eating their lunches at the tables nearby stopped and turned and looked.
And said, "Is that Al?" And sure enough, he walked over to Wendy and sat down next
to her. He offered her a Coca-Cola. She sipped it, put a little lemon in as she was sipping, and they
looked at each other. Their eyes met, and he smiled. The first time in a long time, he smiled.
And she couldn't help but ask the question,
"Are you Al? Because I thought that
you were always angry. That's what people said, to stay away from you, but
I see you're not angry now." Al realized for the last 5 minutes that anger had just drained from his body. He was no longer mad. His heart was no longer full of
anger and hatred. It was full of something else, something he didn't recognize, but something he realized
that he'd been missing all this time. They stood up and walked outside for the rest of the lunch period. In the
sunlight, things got brighter and brighter, both from the sun and from Al's
heart, from the good feelings
that was there in his heart. Everything was lovely.
everything at all.
He loved the sun. He loved the flowers. He loved
everything, including Wendy. And just as
he realized that, he said to Wendy, look, I know this is crazy, but as soon as I met you, I feel my whole personality has changed. I feel different. I feel
like I'm alive. I feel like there's blood churning through me.
I feel like a new person. And as he said that, as they were crossing the street together, a bus coming down the street hit
him broadside. Bam! He flew. Wendy rushed to his side. She looked at him. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. His eyes flickered open. Wendy looked into Al's eyes. Speak to me. Speak to me. She
said, and he said, as the old Al, ow, that hurt. Wasn't that a cheery story? Well, we're going to do another improv for you right now. And you know, in this crazy time, we're getting together in new kinds of ways. And I bet that I'm not the only one who's been doing a lot of Zooming, right? Zoom meetings for work and Zooming with friends who you can't see in person. And families are doing Zoom meetings too, to gather, to socialize. So what I'd like you to do right now in your little chat feature is give some suggestions for reasons that a family might schedule a Zoom meeting. Why might they be deciding to get together at this particular time? So reasons for a family to schedule a Zoom meeting. I'm going to take a look and see what we've got. Okay, here we've got, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, they're going, you can't even stop on one. Okay, so they are talking about an infidelity. They're Zooming to talk about an infidelity. We take you to that family Zoom right now.
I think I'm on. Oh, I'm glad you're
Carol,
here.
can you hear me?
Of course I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh, for heaven's sake, am I muted? No.
Are you muted?
No.
I can't tell if you're muted. How would I know if you're muted?
Huh? Oh, there you are. Well, this works. I didn't think this would work.
Oh, you're a cheery one. You're just Miss Cheery today, aren't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, when was the last time we all got together? All living in all different places. Yeah. How the hell are you?
I'm good.
I've been better.
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear it.
I've been better. Yeah.
Carol, something up?
Oh, well.
Oh. Hey, Joey.
Hey, Joe, what do you know?
Hiya.
Hi.
Well, we're all here.
Hey.
What? I didn't know you were coming.
Well, you know, it's a family Zoom. What did you expect? I mean,
yes. Well, I don't think that.
Well, you don't think what? You don't think. I think that's the thing right there. You don't think. Period.
What? I'm sorry. I don't know what the problem is here.
All right. I'm sorry. I didn't need to do this. I called this meeting to tell you that my dear husband, Joseph, AKA Joe, has been unfaithful.
Whoa,
with my best friend.
Joe.
With my best friend, yes. Judith. He was unfaithful with Judith.
Okay. Can I say one thing in my defense? You guys don't know Judith, but she is hot.
Oh man, that is no way handling this, man. That's terrible.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to put judgments on this, but don't you think you guys should have maybe talked about this before now?
We have talked about it before now. I was coming on to talk to you guys. I didn't invite Joe. He just decided to insert himself in this
You
meeting.
forgot to take me off of the family invite list, okay? So I thought, yeah, I got the invite. So I figured.
My mind is not right.
What about the children? What about the children? What about this family? You're splitting the family up.
Pull yourself together, Linda. Please pull yourself together. We don't need this right now. I need support.
You do need support. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Joe, tell us a little bit more about Judith.
Oh, she is really remarkable. I mean, she's as old as we are, but she looks like she's 30 years younger.
Really? With work, or is it just the way she is?
Please, no, come on. Let's just, please help me here. Let's not talk about Judith.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about
something
you.
wrong with me? Yes, please. Thank you. Is there something wrong?
What did you do to drive Joe away? I know you. I know how you can be. I've seen it. I haven't been your sister for years and not know how judgmental and how cold. You must have just pushed him away right into her arms.
Okay, it's a fair question. Why don't you respond? We'll take it from
First of all, you know how old I am, and I know how old you are. So there's a little bit here. Second of all right, I admit I can be judgmental. I can, but everybody can be judgmental. I thought I was a loving wife. I bore his children. I made his dinner. I did things.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to make you cry.
You did. I think you did. I think you're being hurtful.
Why don't you say something, Paul?
I'm trying to support both of them. You both happen to be my friends. I'm very fond of Carol. I'm very fond of Joe. I thought you had a very good relationship, but okay, things don't work out. That is fine. But that doesn't mean
you're always on the fence. You know that? You just sit on the fence. That's where you like to sit. Sit on the fence and not go in one way or the other. And that way you keep everybody being your friend.
Yeah,
that's not true. Sometimes I sit on the fence. Sometimes I don't sit on the fence. It sort of depends what's going on.
Carol, look, just because this happened, it doesn't mean I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, see?
I don't want you to like me. I want you to love me.
Love you anymore. What did I say? I said love you. I said love you.
No, you said like. You said like. You did.
And it doesn't mean I don't love you anymore.
Oh.
Well, Joe, I have to say, you know, I love both of you, but if you're seeing Judith, I mean, that's got to mean that some of your feelings for Carol have dissipated, man.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Oh.
Well, you know, Paul has always loved Carol. So, they may wind up together.
What?
Is
that true?
What? I mean, what?
Well,
love
you
is
told her.
Four-letter word. I mean.
Well, she knows that, right?
Well,
that you were in love with her before you married him?
She married Joe, and I said, all right, that's the way it was. I was off in this, Secret Service. And
wait a minute, Paul, you never mentioned that to me.
Well, I didn't want to. I mean, I went away for 2 years. I couldn't communicate because of my job. Come back and you're engaged. What am I supposed to do then?
Do you still have feelings for me, Paul? Tell me.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he still has feelings.
No, yes, it does.
No. Let her find out. Let her find out.
Well, yes, I do. Sometimes, it depends on the day.
What?
Well, because I've learned to live without you.
Do you think you could be a little bit more steady in your feelings?
What kind of question is that?
Well, I mean, because if I'm going to turn my direction and to you and maybe, I mean, I've always cared for you, but I never thought you cared for me. I mean, I thought that was old and,
oh, this is great. I just love it.
This is ridiculous.
You cared for me. Carol, I don't know if could I.
Oh, get your lips off of that. Get your lips away from the camera. Stop it. Stop it.
You just go back to Judith, okay? You go back to her.
Listen, Carol. I'm getting on a plane. I'll be there in just a few minutes.
Carol.
Hold on.
Carol.
I'm coming.
Carol. How can you do this, Carol?
Terrific. Oh, you shut up. Go back to your girlfriend.
Okay, moving right along. We're going to do another improv for you. And what I need for this improv is a field of study or an area of expertise. Any field of study or an area of expertise. And now it is my turn to take a look at all of these. Let's see, 70 new messages. Oh, I've got to scroll way down to the bottom. to find let's see. Okay, the first one that I actually saw was archaeology. So we will take archaeology. That will be our field of study and area of expertise. And now, I'd like you to welcome you to the Experts Hour. The Experts Hour is a show where we have worldwide experts on every topic. And tonight we are discussing archaeology. But tonight we have a special expert. We have Dr. Gene Malfunction. And Dr. Gene Malfunction is a person that has 3 heads. Yes, 3 thinking heads, 1 body. I know it's hard to believe, but you will see it in a minute. And so Dr. Gene is going to talk to us about archaeology tonight. So without any further ado, please give a warm welcome to Dr. Gene Malfunction. Dr. Gene, hello and welcome.
Good
Evening.
Carol,
how
Are
you.
today?
I'm excellent, and I'm so happy that you are here in the Experts Hour to talk about the field of archaeology. Now, you know, archaeology had its heyday when the archaeologists discovered what was underneath Egypt and the pyramids and all of that. What is happening in archaeology today?
oh
We're
Breaking
new
ground.
in
archaeology?
Yes.
Literally.
Literally. Very good. Sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
go.
Oh, do you have new tools and new things that archaeologists use?
Yes.
We
Use
Dynamite,
use
hammers,
and
lasers.
So the lasers are on the new side, I would think. By the way, studio audience, we are going to have questions for Dr. Gene Malfunction. So if you have questions about archaeology, begin to put them into the chat box, and I will be looking at those quickly. Now, you've written a book, The New Archaeology. What is new? I mean, that sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it? What is new about archaeology? What do you expect to find today?
we
found.
Lost
civilizations.
Yes, that's typical, right? And
Once
upon
A
time.
there
was
A
continent
that
no
other
people
knew.
about.
that is fantastic. A new continent. And what kind of people populated that continent?
they
Were
From
this
planet.
Well, that's good. At least they weren't aliens, which could have been.
many
of
The
people
were
curved.
All right. The curved people, I had heard, you know, there's been a rumor that there are curved people, and now you have found it and proved that to be true. Wow. Well, I find this is exciting, but I really want to get to these questions from the audience, because these are the people who want to, here's one, and this is what I was thinking about these curved people. Have you found aliens? You said that they were from Earth, but have you discovered any aliens?
yes
we
Have
found
aliens
they
died
many.
years
ago.
However,
some
Of
them
are
now
existing
among
us.
Oh, well, we've been suspecting that, haven't we, for a long time? Wow, that's amazing. Someone wants to know if you found anyone that was buried alive.
yes.
Ooh.
one
Day
While
digging
through
the
earth
I
found
an
animate
person.
You mean
Clinging.
formerly animate?
no
Animate. Oh,
a
living
Person.
beneath
the
The earth.
that's amazing. And did you save this person? Did you talk to this person?
I,
talked
to,
them,
then
I,
reburied.
them.
Oh, well, that good for you, you know, because if they lasted that long, they could last a little bit longer as well. So here's another question. What's the most startling thing that you have dug up? Was it that? I guess it was a living person. That must have been the most startling thing. Well, we answered 2 questions all at once. Did you ever find a whole baby dinosaur?
yes,
Oh,
I've
Found
several,
baby.
dinosaurs.
they,
Suckle.
Their
mother,
Still.
mhm. Wonderful. Here's another question from our studio audience. How do you define an old fossil?
an
old,
Fossil.
is
one,
That.
is
older
Then.
new.
fossils.
Thank you very much. That makes sense. What's the role of, this is from Judy Nesmitz in California, this question. What is the role of the tweezer in archaeology?
Tweezers.
Are
So,
Important.
because
you,
Must.
extract
small,
Teeny.
follicles,
from,
Yes.
The.
hair,
of,
Living.
creatures.
Ah,
Who.
and dead, oh,
Are
dead.
yes. Living creatures who are dead. I mean, that's what archaeologists do, isn't it? Have you ever been arrested for looting, Dr. Jean?
Actually.
yes.
Ah, I see. Okay, that's very succinct. Do all archaeologists wear glasses? That's another question. That's from Lisa Drew.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You.
Need
To,
Where.
glasses
to,
See.
better.
Ah, yes. To see all the things that you need to see when you're digging it up. Well, this has been absolutely fascinating, Dr. Jean. I'm so glad that we had this time together. Thank you for coming, and thank you, studio audience. Please tune in next week when we will be talking about anthills. Thank you so much for the Experts Hour, and good night.
All right, gentlemen and ladies, and whoever's in between. We have come to the end of our program. We have one more piece that we want to present to you. And for this, I would love for you guys to type in any words that come to mind, just any conversational words that come to mind. And while you're doing that, I'll explain what's going to happen. I'm going to assign one word each to each of our cast members. And so that word is going to be that cast member's word. Now, if they're in the scene already and they hear their words spoken, then they're going to have to find a reason to leave the scene, go off camera, leave the scene. If they're not in the scene yet and they hear their words spoken, they have to find a reason to enter the scene and come on camera, okay? So if they're on, they go off. If they're off, they come on every time they hear their words spoken, okay? So let me have my cast members up here while I peruse the list of words here. Okay, I've got for Carol, twaddle.
Twaddle?
You heard me right.
That almost sounds dirty.
Who said that? Who put that in there?
Diane Cormier, with
Aha.
2 N's in her name.
Diane, thanks a lot.
Diane,
Twaddle.
no, there's 2 N's there, so I don't know how she pronounces it.
Oh,
Okay, so twaddle for Carol. Let's go with politics for Linda. Secrets for Paul. And brag. I'll take brag for myself.
Oh yeah, brag.
Okay, so can I hear those words again, please?
Twaddle.
Politics.
Secrets.
Brag. Let's hear those again.
Twaddle.
Politics.
Secrets.
Brag. Let's hear those again.
Twaddle.
Politics.
Secrets.
Brag. Okay, let's hear those again.
Twaddle.
Politics.
Secrets.
and brag. Okay, I'm just repeating these because, as you know, we're going to have to remember them in the scene. And speaking of the scene, to get it started, can I have one more suggestion? How about if you could be reincarnated as anything in the world, what would it be? Okay. Okay. All right. A lot of good stuff here. All right. Let me go up to the top here. Joe DeGise, thank you. A cyclops.
A cyclops?
Yes. So I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that this scene is going to be inspired by cyclops. Before we begin, let's hear those words once again.
Twaddle.
Politics.
Secrets.
And brag. You know, maybe we should do that one more time, reverse order. Brag.
Secrets.
Politics.
Twaddle.
Here's a scene inspired somehow by cyclops.
So this is Greece.
Yeah.
I'd love
This is
it.
where we dreamt about coming here, right?
Oh,
So
this.
we talked about it since college.
Oh, this is so perfect. It's so much history here, so much happening, you know?
Mythology.
I know it.
Mythology. The stories. I don't even know where to start.
I don't know. They've had a hard time here, you know. They had to reorganize their whole economy and their politics
God.
stuck here. Like, I do know
Yeah.
that.
Ooh. I got to get a cold drink. I'll be right back.
Oh, good heavens. Now I'm going to have to brag about this to my friends that I was in Greece
Yeah, I
having
know
a
what you
great
mean.
time.
Carol,
Oh my gosh, Joe.
what are the odds of meeting you here? Aren't you with Paul somewhere? My God.
I'm here with Linda. We're on vacation.
I'm so, you know, this is weird. I want to enjoy myself. I have a lot invested in this, and I don't want to have to deal with you, you know?
Oh yeah, I don't want to get political either, but I didn't expect to see you here.
Well, I had it.
Yeah.
Hey, Linda.
What are you following us?
No, I'm not following you.
Are you following her? Can't you let go?
Linda, why do you think everything has to be politics? Okay, it's not.
Oh, for God's sakes, I just can't look at you.
See, nice friend you got there, huh?
Yeah.
Look,
Nice.
we're all the way over here, right? There's no reason we have to ruin each other's vacations.
Well, you had your opportunity to talk to me before, and you didn't want to. That whole horrid Zoom call. When was that? Months ago.
It was terrible. But
It
can I
was
let you in on?
awful.
Can I let you in on a little secret?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I really.
Hey, you want a tour of the Acropolis?
Oh, good heavens.
I give tours. I give great tours. You look like you need tour of Acropolis. Come with me. I'll show you around.
Well, like we could actually, I would love a tour of the Acropolis.
I mean,
Yes,
I would
it's
too.
beautiful. I know everything about the Acropolis.
Yes. Do you know about the politics?
Whoa. Yes, I do know about that. I don't want to brag, but I know plenty about the politics
Well, look,
of the
I'll-
Acropolis.
I'll leave this tour for you, and I'll get the next one, I guess.
Oh, wow. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it. Oh, hello. You're a
Hello,
tour
you
guide.
ready for tour?
Oh,
Yes.
well, okay. I mean, Paul's going to arrive tomorrow, right? I mean, I
Well,
can
maybe,
only
I don't know.
imagine.
Look, if the tour is about to start, it will cost 2 twaddles apiece.
Oh, I got to go find my wallet.
What? What?
2 twaddles? Isn't that a lot of money?
Got it.
I mean,
A
well,
twaddle
the
is
last
not
time
that
I
much
read,
I got to
money.
go.
I read in a book that it was only 1 twaddle.
Ah. Well, be it 1 or 2, I have my purse, so we are on. So what was your first name again?
My name is Stefan.
Stefan. That
Yeah.
doesn't sound that Greek to me.
You were born here, Stefan.
No,
Yeah?
my real name is Stavros. I
Oh,
call
Stavros.
myself Stefan because Americans have trouble saying Stavros, but they can say Stefan.
Oh, you
Oh.
Greeks you brag all the time, don't you?
Ah, yes, we do.
Hey, you guys, wait up, wait up.
Oh,
Hey,
oh.
there are no more tours today. I got to go on this tour.
What? Oh,
There
that's
no-
because of that's all politics here. They don't like to have a lot of tour leaders, so then they say, no, you shouldn't do it.
I have to go get my sunglasses.
We're just about ready to begin. Where did you go?
Oh, she went to get her sunglasses. She'll be right back.
All right, but you know, it's getting late. It'll cost 2 more twaddles if we have to wait.
Oh, well, I'll go find her.
Hey, look, fella.
What?
Is there any way you could sort of take this tour in a certain area where we could maybe lose one of our members and then go on our way?
I would never lose a member of my tour. That is bad politics.
Yeah, I understand that, but I can give you 20 twaddles.
Listen, I'm going to make nice with you just for this tour, okay? I don't want to ruin the tour for all of us.
We will.
It's
Discussing. Right?
Okay. I mean, I didn't expect to see, Tweedledee and
Well-
Twaddle-Doe over here, I just...
You know what? You're beginning to annoy me. I'll be right back.
What did I say?
Don't go.
This isn't, we're an open book. We have no secrets, okay?
You
Well,
see
I
how
gotta
she
go
is,
find her.
Now the tour guide is gone. Well, I gotta be stuck with you.
Yeah, stuck with you. I've never forgiven you. I guess you figured that out.
I did. It hasn't been easy for me, okay? Let me tell you something. I felt so guilty. It's like guilt is secreting out of my pores.
How is Judith?
She broke up with me. She said I was too old.
You're kidding.
No.
You're not with her?
No, I'm solo.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. But still to this day, guilt is secreting out of my pores.
All right, I can't find her anywhere. I don't know where she is. If it's just a matter of one twaddle, I let her in on this. We should just get going.
All
All
right.
right.
Look,
Oh.
I think I'm going to bag out of this tour.
What?
Linda, you go with Joe and Stavros. Stavros?
Stavros, you can call me Stefan. You see, Americans have trouble saying Stavros. That's why I say Stefan.
No,
Stefan, and I will go back to the hotel and drink some ouzo. Wait,
Oh.
No. Listen, Carol,
Grandpa?
you gotta know
What am I
something.
drinking? What?
It's not a secret. He and Judith broke up.
I'm going to see if we have more time.
We did. Well, she broke up with me. It's not that we broke up mutually.
Oh, why? Because she thought you were too old?
How did you guess?
Doesn't take a brain trust. So all of a sudden you're gone. Judith is gone, and here you are on our vacation. Linda, what do you think of that?
Interesting.
Interesting, isn't it? Well, if you think you're going to get back to me, then you've got another thing coming.
Well, look, maybe we could just spend time together and see if we can be friends. We can play multiple tic-tac-toe games, all right? We can call it politic.
You know something? I got to get out of this scene and let you two talk this through. Don't let him get away with anything.
Come on. You can't possibly be telling me that you never thought about twiddling my twaddle, right?
You're disgusting.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are Chicago City Limits. Individually, we are
Joe DeGise.
Linda Gelman.
Carol Schindler.
Paul Zuckerman. I want to thank the Reimagine folks for sponsoring us. Visit letsreimagine.org and find out about the festival. Thanks, Anna Savant, for helping us out. And let's give a shout out to our friends at Plaza Jewish Memorial Chapel. They've had a real tough time during this. And you know what? Just remember that we love you. Have a good time. Stay safe, but everybody dies.
Goodbye.
No.